Good morning.
Good morning.
Let's see. Good morning, podcast land. Good morning, everybody out there. Good morning, my lovely wife.
Good morning, baby.
Good morning, my engineer.
Good morning, baby.
Good morning, my co-host.
Good morning, baby.
Good morning, my awesome wife.
Good morning.
All right, y'all. Y'all know who we are. We call ourselves "Who You With?" in my Bernie Mac voice. Remember, Bernie Mac used to say that he's from I don't know if he say from Chicago, one of them places like that. Windy City, something like that. And he used to always talk about they had the gangs. And in the gangs, they used to always say when you come down the street, you see more than 2 or 3 people before they get close. He always holler at, "Who you with?" So in my Bernie Mac voice, that's how I do. And I ask about what team you are. So y'all know it's real simple. Hey, let me do it. Let me try it out right now. Hey, CC, when we talk about teams, who you with?
You already know the Baltimore Ravens, baby.
There you go, baby. That's right. Y'all know I'm Party Marty. Who you with? All right. Y'all know my wife, man, is the co-host of the show. Y'all know things have to be done a little differently because I asked her to come on board because she was the best for it. I swallowed my pride and went and got the best. So here's the next thing. I have to stick to my word. Okay, we're already on already. We're on 5 days a week. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So this show right here is a 45-minute show. It takes an hour for it to go from start to finish, 11 o'clock. At 11:45, we start winding down. By 12 o'clock, we have to be off. Okay, that's my agreement with her. She always uses it. And what you got on, baby? Your shirt just says what? What your shirt say, baby?
Thou shalt not try me.
Yeah, shall not try me. My wife is a theme person. If you ever watching there, she got a Raven cup. You know, she. Let me see a cup, baby. If y'all like that cup, it comes from Brian Samuels. His Instagram name is BRY or Facebook BRY. He does those things for us, the cups and mugs and aprons and all that. But my wife is a theme person, so that you know. I'm running around the last minute trying to put on my purple Raven outfit to go with my purple hat that I got from Diane. Good morning, neighbor. How you doing, Sheila?
Good
Thank you,
morning.
everybody, for joining and chiming in as usual. Participation doubled last week with my wife on board. She talked about a lot of topics, and I was really happy to have her. And rightfully so. Let me say this to you, everybody out there in podcast land. Get yourself the best team. My wife is not on here because she's the best person in my life, because she's pretty and all that kind of stuff. I'm not a Judge Judy fan. But Judge Judy says this all the time, don't you see? She said, they don't pay me because I'm beautiful. They pay me because I'm smart.
There you go.
I started looking at my wife because she was attractive, and she's 20 years younger than me. And she, we went to the Hampton Jazz Fest, put that outfit on, and I knew right then, I wanted to have her in my life, and I wanted to make her my wife after seeing the other side of her from work. But Judge Judy says they don't pay me because I'm beautiful. They pay me because I'm smart. I didn't pick my wife to be on my team because she's beautiful. I picked my wife to be on this because she's smart. I kept on thinking that I had to get the guys to do this and the guys to do that for the sports thing. But yet every time I asked the guys to do this and guys to do that, everything that I did on my part was information I got from my wife. Wife, cheat notes. Wife, scores of the games yesterday. Wife, what we need to be talking about. A wife. So instead of just going off and, this commercial that they said, I don't know if anybody remembers this commercial, but we had a commercial that went like this. The lady was over there, her and her husband looking at a car. He said, man, you should see this car. This car over here rides just like a BMW. She said, oh, yeah. Then later on, the guy was taking them on a test drive, said, see how I took that corner? It took that corner like a BMW. Then he turned around when he got back to there. She said, you know what I mean? Did you see that grill? Look at it on the angle. Don't it look like a BMW? And the other guy was standing there. The salesman was doing the sales pitch, and the husband was standing and said, yeah, yeah. And the wife tapped him on the side. And the little kid, let me turn this off. I apologize. The little kid, who was their child, looks up and says, Mommy, why don't we test drive a BMW? Mommy looked at daddy and said, "Tell me why." You know what I mean? So instead of going off and just going on filling in somebody and do what I'm doing, if I'm getting all the answers from CC, if all my conversation with CC, I watched the game yesterday. I'm used to going off and watch the game with the guys at Locust. After Locust burnt down on Route 40, it sort of broke the mob up. And then I started watching the game at the house. We watched the game at the house, me, Todd, Tiff, Becky, Duke. We watched the game at the house, Maurice, you know me, my son, he watches the game with us. And guess what? Didn't pay no attention. We still drinking beer, but only it's $20 a case instead of $5, $6 a bottle. Right?
Yeah.
What was that? Hey, what was the hit? Now I'm gonna tell you one thing about it because my wife is an entertainer. You have to also have everything that each person wants and needs. Todd doesn't eat pork. My son Maurice is a Muslim. This person doesn't like, you don't like hot stuff on there. So it's like 10 different little areas for everybody. So we found a natural hit. My wife went and bought to get the stadium effect. She went and got, what's that, a hot dog roller, right?
Yes.
Yeah, she went and bought a hot dog roller, which is literally like the stadium had the hot dogs rolling on the grill. You know, no, wait a minute.
Like 7-Eleven.
Like 7-Eleven. Let me try that again. Let me throw that out there. Hey, Richie Rich, case you listening. Hey, Aaron from Echo Lounge, case you listening, I gotta bring it back to reality. My wife bought a hot dog roller. / I bought a hot dog roller. My wife ordered a hot dog roller, but I'm sure she ordered it off my card, but she won't say that. But anyhow, she had something on there last night that I would have said I wasn't going to like. And they were incredible. They were a hit. What were those things we were eating, baby?
Chicken and kale sausage.
One more time.
Chicken and kale sausage from Nature's Promise.
Tell them about them, baby. Tell them about our audience and the people eating.
Big hit. It was good for the people that don't eat pork. It was good for the people that don't eat beef. It was good for the people that's trying to eat a little healthier. And I mean, these are really delicious. They like bratwurst, that kind of sausage, but they're chicken and they got kale in them. And I'm telling you, I thought I made enough. They was fighting over the last two.
And we made what? 15, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but instead of worrying about them fighting over the last two, next time tell them, baby, we'll have 30.
That's right.
We'll have 30 because you may, if y'all, I'm telling you, try. I got a man cave. You know what I mean? My wife has a she shack that she watches sports in too. But try to learn to do some of these events at home. You'll be surprised how much money you save. Now, if it's at your house, you're not going to save money because we like entertaining. We're going to have everything that everybody needs entertaining in our house. But beers are $5 or $6 at the bar. They're $1 a piece when you buy them by the case. All right, y'all, let's get into the prayer. Prayer starting. Father God, thank you for the wonderful things that's going on in all our lives. Father God, please keep them safe. People over there is fighting them God-forsaken wars for us, losing mothers, fathers, sisters, brothers, aunts, uncles, nephews, cousins, losing relationships, losing losing limbs, losing sight. Father God, please keep them close. Keep them in the blood. Keep them in your bosom. Father God, we always pray for those fighting this God-forsaken pandemic war, because that's what it is. It's a war getting people vaccinated. Father God, please just keep the podcast strong. Father God, please keep America strong. Father God, our personal prayer, please keep Baltimore strong. Moment of silence, please. Amen.
Amen. And before we get started, I just like to say rest in paradise to General Colin Powell, who passed away this morning from complications of COVID. Great man. So rest in paradise and our condolences to his family.
Yeah. Let me say conversation real quick. My wife told me that Mr. Colin Powell was also vaccinated, but his complications were his reason for his demise, right? See?
Yes,
What was some?
he had Parkinson's disease.
Yeah, he had Parkinson's disease.
Hey, BB.
Hey, B. We was talking about, and don't think that we aren't passionate or objective to people's situation. My cousin Carolyn Hill from what's her our tax person does our taxes and
Chill's Corner.
Chill's Corner. She has a reason why she had kidney failure or something like that. She on dialysis. That's why she couldn't get the shot. He couldn't eat, but you know what I mean? To persons that can get it, I suggest you do. Hey, let's start this off with a good positive thing. Cam Newton's trying to get back in the NFL. Cam Newton says he's ready. And guess what else he posted? I'm vaccinated. Out there in podcast land. Cam Newton made sure he posted that I'm ready to play football for somebody and I'm vaccinated. Cam Newton lost his team, lost his career, lost his job to the COVID. He lost his job because he didn't get vaccinated. Now, i.e., tell me why I came up with that summarization of his demise. Because Cam Newton was the starting quarterback for the New England Patriots. He was taking all the first snaps. The team was built around him, and the team was built for him. But when he went out on a 10-day COVID, whatever it's called, when you have your 10-day thing because of a positive or being around somebody, that 10 days that he spent over there off the darn team is when the second string got to take the snaps and play with the first team. That second string would never got to take those snaps. He would have never practiced with the first team. They would have never saw how good he was. They would have never kept him. They would have never gave him Cam Newton's job, but because Cam lost that, them 10 days cost him his job. So now, guess what? Him got the shot now. You know what I mean? Let's talk about the next thing, Kyrie Irving. Like my son-in-law Todd was saying, Kyrie Irving. Now he said he's a Nets fan. He said Kyrie killing us. You know what I mean? I'm gonna tell you right now. Remember this, that I said it first. Kyrie gonna get the shot. Kyrie gonna get the shot. He gonna go off and hold off, and he gonna do his thing. He gonna make a statement and take a stance and all that. About $40 million later, Kyrie gonna get the shot.
Because how much money did they say he was losing? 187 million?
Yeah, they said that he we talking about Kyrie or Cam? Kyrie loses half of his money. How much did you figure you had 100 million something?
I think it was 187 million.
Some crazy figure like that. But he's gonna lose half of that money. And people say, oh, he still got 80 million or something like that. Tell somebody that you're losing $80 million on Norfolk Pulaski. Tell somebody on Park Ice that you just lost $80 million. They ain't gonna give a damn that you got 80 million left. They're gonna think about your dumbass lost $80 million. I got a word for people to do something like that. Gina reminds us all the time. What do I call them, CC?
A damn fool.
A damn fool. Good morning, Ollie.
Good morning.
Good morning. Hey, listen, y'all. All right, y'all, let's get the show started. I'm gonna start off with this one thing. Congratulations, my wife's notes. Congratulations to Chicago Sky. You know what I mean, for winning the WNBA championship. Hands up, hands up.
Well done, ladies. Well done.
Yeah, winning the WNBA championship. That's that announcer, the girl over there that does the announcing, that left her other team and went with them. And they said it wouldn't matter. Okay, well, she went over there and won. You say whatever you want about picking up them gorillas, them super teams. If you think that the Nets are the same team without Kyrie Irving, I don't give a damn if he's vaccinated or not, then you're a damn fool. They're a lot better team with him than they are without him. Congratulations there. I'm going to start this thing off this morning with Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers, when they finished knocking off Michael Singletary, Chicago Bears again, one of the fans in the stand after he ran that touchdown, which really actually clinched the game, really put the deficit for them to recover too far with not enough time. When he did over there, he slid over and made his touchdown and hit him with the discount double check. Y'all know that right? Hit him with the discount double check. The lady over there gave him 2 birds. You know what I mean? She didn't say number 1 twice. She didn't tell him what she did. She gave him 2 birds over there, gave him 2 fingers. And he looked up better and he said, I repeat after you. I own y'all ass. I own you. I've always owned you. Wow, we ain't never heard Aaron Rodgers talk like that. See?
No, Aaron Rodgers is one of the most professional, quiet, docile quarterbacks there is in the NFL. But I guess everybody got buttons and they can be pushed.
My mother would say, shout out to the great late Catherine Chase, my cup runneth over with your shit. My cup runneth over with you. That's what she said. I'm sick of y'all always talking stuff. I own you. I've always owned you. And let me tell you what it's at. They said Aaron Rodgers is 26-14. 26 wins to 14 wins against this franchise. When reality becomes fact, it's a reality. They beat you 26 out of 14 times. That's a reality. That's a fact.
They own
reality. That's a reality. You can say whatever you want. I asked them. You can say whatever you want. The Browns is playing good ball. The Browns got a super team. But when it's all over with, same old Browns. They had halftime. They gave Eli Manning his ring for that Ring of Honor in New York, and he was that great Super Bowl win over the Patriots and all that kind of stuff. They went to put together a good defensive team. I love you, Sam Sadler, but same old Giants.
Same old Giants.
Same old Giants. The Bears got their brains knocked out. Same old Bears. Redskins look good for a minute. Same old Redskins. They're the same team. The Jaguars went over there and picked up the superstar. They finally won their first game. Same old Jaguars. When reality is based on fact, it's fact. It's fact. Let's talk about something that y'all don't want to talk about. Here we go. Well, I'll get my wife in there. Let's jump in here with the Cowboys. Shout out to the Cowboys. You looking good. Great win, Cowboys. You came from behind. Bleak, my man. Nolan, my man. Hayes, my man. Gary, my man. Janice Green, my lady. All y'all Cowboy fans, do your thing. I mean, you know, wear your Cowboy hat. What else they got? CC Cowboy seat. Their flags, all that. You know what I mean? They come to work. They got the Cowboy lunch boxes and stuff like that. But you're the same old Cowboys. And then did Prescott go down? See? And then that touchdown.
Or left that game limping through the tunnel, win or not.
My wife said that. I said, "Nah, baby, that must have been old. He just threw a touchdown. He couldn't have hurt himself. Wasn't nobody tackling him. He just threw a touchdown. He threw a touchdown." And my wife said, "Yeah, right." And the day she called me and they had to look at Sports Center. And what was he doing? Limping through the tunnel. My wife caught it. I said, I wasn't nobody near him. He didn't get tackled or nothing. He threw a touchdown. Won the game. He was the hero. But he limped through the tunnel. Hey, y'all, if he go down, same old Cowboys. He didn't play last year. He got hurt this year. Baker Mayfield is a tough character. He went down. We thought that he was gone. Then we see when he fell on that shoulder, we said, there you go. He out for the year. There you go. He came back pumping 2 toes. He was doing his thing. But when it's all over with, you can say whatever you want. The score was like 36-10 or something like that, 36-7. Take away the Hail Mary.
I think they got 11 points in that game.
Take away the Hail Mary at the end of the half. Take away the Hail Mary, that jump ball that he threw at the end of the half to get the touchdown. They really beat you about 36-7.
And let me tell y'all something else, Browns fans. He injured his shoulder. It's his non-throwing shoulder. But don't let that make y'all feel comfortable. Because you know that our conference is very physical. If you think that the Steelers, the Ravens, the Bengals, if you think all of them ain't going after Baker, you're sadly mistaken. They're going to take them all the way down and take it from a person who knows about a shoulder injury. Whether it's your dominant shoulder or not, it affects your balance and it's going to affect the way he can get the ball down the field, even if it's not his throwing shoulder. So that bad news for y'all. And I think Kareem Hunt also went down, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's when they called it off. So
yeah, they called him off. Yeah. So let me tell you what I did about you Cowboys. Let me talk to you. First of all, good win. I'm no Cowboy hater because I think that y'all looking better than you've ever looked. But I wouldn't made a few phone calls. You know what I mean? I'm Party Marty. I got some people I can call. I'm the #1 Raven fan. So I called some people. Like I said, hey, Jack. Hey, Ray Lewis. I mean, you know, everybody talking about the Cowboys looking real good. I say, hey, Ray. Hey, Ray, Jack, check us out. That Dallas franchise looking real good now. I think they're gonna have to be reckoned with. So I said that. I said, what's your opinion on the Cowboys? I mean, look like they're gonna win the Super Bowl. And Ray Lewis looked at me and said, Party, how I know? I said, the Cowboys, how you know? He said, when last time the Cowboys played in the Super Bowl and won the Super Bowl, I was a rookie. I said, no. He said, last time that the Dallas Cowboys played in and won the Super Bowl, I was a rookie. I said, huh? So I called. I said, this is enough of this. I caught an attitude. I said, you a hater, Ray. I called the front office to the Baltimore Ravens franchise. I called him. I said, hey, this Party reporting from Simply Awesome. Who you with? They say, hey, what's up? Hey, Party, how you doing? I said, I want to know about the Cowboys. The Cowboys looking this good. You know what I mean? They looking this good. I mean, they look like they're doing their things. Everybody talk about them being that. I said, what's your opinion of the Cowboys in winning the Super Bowl? Guess what the front office said? They said, how will we know? I said, what you mean? All the time that y'all played it, he said, the first time that we were born, said we was infants. We was babies when they won it. That was the first year that we were a franchise. I said, huh? I said, that's 2.5 decades ago that the Ravens became a franchise. He said, it's 2.5 decades ago when the Cowboys won a Super Bowl. Now, let me bring you home. Let me bring y'all home because I got to make sure to let my wife get in there because she's my co-host. So I called my main man, the boy Wonder, La Marvelous. I say, Lamar, some haters going on out here. They're hating on the Cowboys, so I'm just going to find out because, I mean, I know about these stats and stuff you have. I know how good you are. So I'm going to ask you, what's your opinion? What do you think about the Dallas Cowboys winning the Super Bowl this year? They're looking real good. I said, well, how do you think they look? You know what I mean? He looked at me and he said, Party. I said, what? He said, Party. I said, huh? He said, Party, not only was I not born the last time that the Cowboys won the Super Bowl, my parents hadn't met. You going to hell with that one, Party? The last time the Dallas Cowboys won the Super Bowl, Lamar said, not only was I not born, my parents hadn't even met. I said, man, that's dirty for you to say that, Jack. And I'm saying, I'm going to hell with that one, Jack. You know what I mean? But y'all, hey, you know what? That wasn't right of me. Hey, Cowboy fan, y'all going to win the Super Bowl. Hey, last week when we came behind and kicked the field goal and tied up, you know what they said? All Malik and all the Cowboy haters said, oh man, y'all barely won. Y'all barely caught up. Well, yesterday, y'all had to do the same thing. 3rd and 26, y'all had to convert a 25-yarder. You had to kick a 50-yard field goal. We kicked a 60-yard field goal, and you had to win in overtime. When we did it, it was y'all. We barely won. But when y'all done it, guess what? Irvin said, "That's the greatest team ever. That's the greatest comeback ever." I said, huh?
Super Bowl contenders. When I think, if I'm not mistaken, no team in their conference has won over 2 games, but they Super Bowl contenders.
That don't make no sense. Are y'all kidding? Tony Romo over there, announcing the game. The Cowboys they doing this. Tony Romo has 2 playoff wins in his career. How's he authority on somebody winning the Super Bowl? He only won 2 playoff. No, I think he won 1. I think he made it to the playoff twice. And they talked about Flacco getting $120 million. After the boy Wonder, he knocked off Andrew Luck, the boy Wonder, on the road in the playoff. And then he went over there to knock off arguably the greatest quarterback of all time, Peyton Manning, a 10-point underdog favorite at home, knocked their brains out. Went over there and knocked off arguably the greatest quarterback of all time, who is the GOAT, whether I like it or not, Tom Brady, a 9-point underdog, knocked his brains out. Along the way, went over there and beat Colin Kaepernick in the pistol offense, beat them till they turned the lights out in the stadium. Beat them till they turned the damn lights out. Along the way, throwing 11 touchdowns and 0 interceptions, the greatest playoff performance, tied the greatest record ever in the history of the NFL. That's what the Ravens are doing. And all this is since they've been there. Now, let me give you this something. Let me segue into my wife. Because my wife is a Lamar fan. I love Lamar, but I don't want y'all to think that this is all about me. So when I ask Lamar that, everybody say, well, this boy over here, Prescott, gonna do this. Peyton Manning gonna do this. All they're gonna do that. Everybody sleeps on Lamar. I mean, you know what I mean? This Lamar holds some stalling statistics, and don't go by me. Don't go by me because I'm a Raven fan. I'm a Flacco fan. I'm a Ray Lewis fan. I'm an Henry fan. I'm a Raven fan. I'm going to give you somebody to give you some stats. When I said this to Lamar, Lamar said, party. He called me party. I call him. he said, party. You know what I mean? I ain't want to show off, but I just don't know them cats. I wasn't even born when they was winning. Not only was I not born, my parents had met. I said, well, they don't really respect your opinion. He said, respect my opinion. He said, when reality becomes a stat and your stat becomes the reality, tell them about me. So I said, Lamar, what have you done? Cece, tell us a few things that you was telling me that Lamar has done.
Let me tell y'all what Lamar has done for those of y'all who have been under a rock. Lamar Jackson, 35th win yesterday. The most in NFL history for a quarterback under the age of 25. The last one that had even close to that was Dan Marino, and I think that was 1970 when the conferences merged.
You mean now? You talking now? You talking about the history of the league? He ain't got more than Peyton Manning and Tom Brady and all them, do we?
In the history of the NFL, he has the most wins for a quarterback under the age of 25 at 35 wins.
Was he picked first round? Was he the boy wonder? Has he even had a contract yet?
Nope.
Still ain't even paid him. What else has he done, see?
He is the first quarterback in NFL history to throw for at least 3,000 passing yards and rush for 1,500 yards in his first 2 NFL seasons.
What else did he do? What else has he done, see?
And he is also, this just one more for y'all. Let me give y'all one more. The first player in NFL history with 400 yards passing, 50 yards rushing, and 4 touchdown passes with no interceptions in a single game.
I just want y'all to know about these stats. When stats become reality, the reality is a stat. I'm not going to knock the Cowboys. Cowboys are a good team. I'm glad they're playing good ball, but stop. Y'all, the Washington football team, stop. I love you, Michael Singletary. The Bears, stop. I don't care if they got the first round great person over there, the Jacksonville Jaguars, stop. You're the same Browns, you're the same Jags, you're the same Cowboys. I don't care if Washington don't have a name. You're the same Redskins. Y'all the same teams. When you get up at this because you start off good, don't mean that. Let me tell you something. Brian Stallworth is a Buffalo supporter. He's from Buffalo. The Buffalo Bills are better. They ain't the same old team. The Buffalo Bills, see, are not the same old team, are they?
Hell no.
They are not the same old team. They are better.
That's right. And you know, we love Lamar and we love Baltimore, but we ain't no haters. And let me tell y'all something. The Bills is bringing that heat for sure.
And the Bills is me and CC's second team. The Bills are our second team, not because we want them to win, because of the respect they showed us in a time of crisis. What was it that they did for us, Steve? What did they do?
They had their fans. They did a fundraiser and had their fans donate all this money to Lamar Jackson's charity.
After they beat him. Where they do that at? I heard of some class acts, but class act. I've heard of some class acts, but class act. That made them our second team.
That's
a class
right.
act. Just a class act. That's what my wife said. I said, why you like the Bills? I learned stuff from my wife. I talk stuff and I kick it with her, but I learn to listen, you learn. I listen when my wife's talking because my wife's smart. But my wife said that. She said, my Bills, my second team. I said, why? She said they did this for the charity stuff. Like, that didn't mean nothing to me right then when I was talking. Maybe a day, maybe a Sunday, maybe 2 Sundays later. That's when it did. That noble justice was from the heart.
No hate.
I mean, no hate in them. Donated mad money because they beat Lamar. Where they do that at? Where they do that at? Brian Stallworth and your Keith Bosh, say whatever we want to this boy Stallworth. His franchise is a class act.
That's right.
With Stallworth all the time when they was getting their brains knocked out. They getting better, but they're a class act.
And let me say something right quick about these Dallas Cowboys. Because this, this is one of those things that been bothering me. So just let it be said. I know that these Cowboys fans is sitting somewhere thinking that they have the same record as the Ravens, 5-1. But it just baffles the mind how they can be 5-1, and every sports show that you turn on TV will say, look out, get your tickets for the Super Bowl early because they coming, this, that, and the third. But they barely give the Ravens, with the winningest young quarterback in the NFL history, they barely give them a nod. They barely give them a footnote. That is so crazy. First of all, they don't have nobody to beat over there. So although we will not diminish your accomplishments, Cowboys, you got it easy. So, you got to look at this thing in context. The Ravens, our wins may not be pretty. They may not be perfect, but they always win like a Raven.
Yeah.
But no, nothing. No, nothing. That's just amazing to me. It's amazing.
Good morning, Robin. How you doing, my friend?
Hey,
glad
Robin.
You're in there. Everybody's chiming in. Glad you're in there. We're having a little bit of fun. This is our Monday thing. We armchair quarterbacks. We talk about the game after the game. That we're not jumping on the Cowboys, but now, I mean, they put up all these bells and whistles. They put y'all in the Super Bowl. Are you crazy? Are you crazy? I mean, y'all
right. And I want you to really think about what that's saying. For them to win the Super Bowl, they're gonna beat Lamar. They're gonna beat Patrick Mahomes. They're gonna beat Tom Brady. Who else they gonna beat, baby?
They're gonna beat Buffalo.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Josh Allen.
The undefeated Arizona Cardinals. Who, by the way, I didn't even realize till I watched them play. Man, the Cardinals is stacked. They got the boy Hopkins and AJ Green. And they got a running quarterback that can scat. Man, hey, listen, Dallas, y'all mean well, but y'all.
Oh, what you got to say, like Terry? Lamar's like lightning. You don't know when he'll strike, but he strikes his lightning. For sure.
Yeah, hey, Mike sent me something. Mike, I wish I could have shared it. The guy was talking about Lamar. Mike sent something with it. One thing about Mike, he's a Chicago fan, Bears fan. You know what I mean? We having the Bears. This is going to be, Mike was telling me, he's a very informative person. He was telling me this is their last year in Soldier Field. They're getting a new stadium or something like that. So he said that the last thing that his noble justice, as long as the Bears knock the Ravens' brains out before they go, because they beat us last time we sold. So, we're having a big to-do over our house for Mike for that last thing. You know what I mean? If you're a person that's in our circle, we're having a big thing over our house for Michael Singletary's last game. Michael Singletary is one of my best friends. Anyway.
And Mike, I love you, but fair chance of that happening. But, we it's okay.
Same old man. Okay. But Mike said he sent me this thing that he was saying, because I'm a Raven fan. This thing that the guy was talking about, you can't prepare for him. You can't prepare for Lamar. I mean, you can practice all that and practice and all that, but until you see that speed on the field. And now that he's throwing these dimes across the middle. You know what I mean? Now the Bateman's back. You know what I mean? Now he got some receivers. Come on, man. Y'all not ready for that.
But and the whole thing, they was preparing, and you know, we call it, we live in the real world. We don't live in our head. So we know that up until yesterday, that Ravens defense wasn't looking like that Ravens defense.
Like stunk.
So that's what they went into it expecting. But then they got the old Ravens defense back.
Elliott came back for one. Elliott's a beast. Elliott's a beast. And did you see what Judon did when over there that did in New England? Just that one player? Judon anchors that team. Well, wish we would have kept him, but we couldn't afford him. I think Judon is about the second or third highest paid linebacker in the NFL. We couldn't give him that money, and he deserves it. You know what I mean? Great job, Judon. You know what I mean? You're going and rain on that party, November the 21st in Soldier Field. That's what it's going to be. If y'all in town, Jack, everybody at our house, we opening up our home tomorrow.
Don't worry, Mike. I'll keep a box of tissues here with your name on it.
Hey, y'all, that's what I'm saying. Well, we're going to move on from there. But listen, y'all, there was some stalling stats that you heard about Lamar. Along the way, don't forget he was also the league MVP. How long has he been in the league? 4 years, Steve? 4 seasons?
I think this is third season, I think.
Yeah, 3 seasons. You know what I mean? 3 or 4 seasons. He's already been an MVP. You all speaking a foreign language. I know nothing about football. Well, just stay. You know what, B? I'm glad to hear you say that, but guess what, B? If you stay here, you will.
That's right.
If you stay here, you will. That's why we're here. Just to be able to throw a few tidbits, a few little tabs, a little few dots at the sports thing. We're going to show you about a few things. B, if you don't know a lot about football, listen to us about basketball. There are no super teams in basketball. Everybody keep talking about the super team. There are no super teams in basketball. Anybody can beat you on any given day. The catch about basketball is, B, basketballs are 4 out of 7 to win the championship. 4 out of 7. Baseball, 4 out of 7. The best 4 games out of 7. You feeling me? Football is one game. One game. Do you think the Jets, the year that they beat the Colts, if they played them 99 more times, would have ever beat the Colts again? Never. But that one day, who do you think was the better team? The New England Patriots with Tom Brady or Eli Manning when Strahan and them said, we stomped on you? The immaculate reception when he caught the ball after getting away, escaping, and the boy caught the ball on his helmet and fell down with the ball on his helmet. Football, y'all, is one game. Any given Sunday. Any given Sunday. So that's why I'm saying there's got to be the better team because whoever had the best day.
Absolutely, I agree.
Whoever had the best day. But let me tell you about basketball. It's a 4 out of 7. There's some teams out there that people ain't talking about. I think LeBron and them. Now, first of all, I'm biased because that's my team, because that's my player. I think they got the best team in the NBA. CC thinks that the Nets have the best team in the NBA. But CC feels that the Bucks have the best player in the NBA. And we all know you can't count the Golden State Warriors out. The little fella didn't have nobody, and he still made it to the playoffs with nobody.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Yeah.
These games are 4 out of 7. Sports has changed now. Sports have changed now. And if you keep betting against Luka, you better have some money in the bank.
You better.
Yeah, Luka never mess up your winning percentage up by itself, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so that's some things to talk about. Well, CC, you got a topic or anything you want to hit on?
I just wanted to say something real quick about this Lions head coach. I don't even know what his name is. But for you to do a press conference and pretty much trash your quarterback, I don't care if it was the truth. You know how when you was little, your mother used to tell you whatever happened in this house should stay in this house? That was a conversation for the locker room. You should have never got on TV and said that Jared Goff, he need to do more. He need to bring. It was true. Undoubtedly, it was true because what they 0-6 or something. That I don't even think have they won a game yet. I don't think
so.
But the thing is that this the same thing that's my issue with Kyrie Irving. That team. You supposed to stick with your team. When you on a team, it's just like a marriage. Everybody know that I love Maurice to death, but he get on my damn nerves sometimes. But I would never go out in public and air my dirty laundry about my husband. He the best husband in the world, which he is, and that's all you'll ever know. And no matter what happened, no matter how frustrated you are, that was out of line to me. That was out of line to me because now you have shaken the confidence of your quarterback because you already told him that you don't have faith in him. You already told him that you don't appreciate his efforts. And winning or losing is never on one person on the team. It's a collective effort. Whether you win or whether you lose, everybody plays a part in it. That man did not lose these games. That team lost these games. And before you worry about the splinter in somebody else's eye, you should worry about the plank in yours. Because no matter what, you the coach of the team. So it's a big reflection on you too. Before you go out there telling everybody what the quarterback didn't do. So to the Lions coach, I like to say shame on you. You wrong.
I agree with my wife 100% when she said that. That's airing out dirty laundry. That's airing out dirty laundry. I'll piggyback on another topic as I segue into my next topic with that. But that's the truth. Told that man that he don't call his own plays. You the man making the calls on the field. And if you lost 5 or 6 games, you ain't been throwing right, you ain't been running right, you ain't been kicking right, your special teams haven't been right, the cheerleaders not cheering right, the people in the locker room. Let me tell you something how I feel about the Ravens. Ravens is my team. I love the Ravens. Somewhere along the line, their medical staff is dropping the ball. Somebody in the training room, somebody in the medical staff, you don't tear your damn Achilles heel every tour road. You don't have these kind of injuries year after year. Somebody's doing something wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody's doing something wrong. They have to tell, the Cowboys got people hurt. Don't nobody have more people hurt than Lamar.
Right.
Don't nobody have more people hurt than Flacco. Flacco still holds the record. 21 people were out. They only got 40 some people on the team. Yeah, 21 people. You got 11 people on offense, 11 on defense. That's 20. That's 11, that's 22 people. And you got 21 people. That's 43. You only got 6 people on the bench. Unless players are running both ways. You the offensive safety, and then you the defensive lineman. They don't do that in football. You don't play both ways. Something wrong when that's going on. And as he said, that was a black eye that he gave him. Let me tell y'all something else as I segue into my next thing. Dallas Cowboys. Once again, if it sounds like I'm hating on y'all, I apologize. Because some of my best friends are Dallas fans. Malik is one of my best friends, and Ross and Hayes and Gary and all these Janice Gray, all these Cowboy fans are my friends. But y'all not that good. You're the same damn Cowboys when it's over at the end of the year. And let me tell you why. You may not know this. Y'all literally have the worst coach in football. His clock management is poor. His decision making is poor. He got one of the best teams out there. He ain't making good decisions with his team. If y'all got to complete them kind of big plays and stuff like that to get in there to kick a field goal and win in overtime against which is technically the second string quarterback, which y'all did, you would not have beat Tom Brady if he was still in New England. And I'm going to tell you something else. This will hurt your feeling. This is a gut check, but I got to say it. CeCe said not to say it, but I got it. Do you realize since the Baltimore Ravens have been a franchise, do you realize this is a terrible thing to say? Do you realize this is the first time y'all have beat New England? I want you to Google that. Some crazy stat they finna say, CC. They said that
this the first time they beat them since 1996.
when was the Ravens a franchise? 1996. When did the Dallas Cowboys win the Super Bowl? 1996. The last time y'all beat this team, you won the Super Bowl. And you ain't won a Super Bowl in 2.5 decades!
You going to hell for that?
No, it's got to be said. Let a knife cut sharp, cut deep. I got to say it. Y'all ain't won a Super Bowl in 2.5 decades. Y'all ain't beat the New England Patriots in decades. And then you beat them in overtime and you going to win the Super Bowl? Please. Come on, man. Come on, man. Y'all the same damn Cowboys. All right, y'all. Let's move along before we get up out of here. We just came in here to talk some sports with y'all about how things went yesterday. I lost by 1 game to my wife. You know, we do our picks. I do my pick. My wife do her picks. We picked a lot of teams together. We were following the same trend together. But
and one thing I wanted to say, don't ever pick an emotional favorite. Because I knew deep down inside that the Cardinals wasn't going to go down from the Browns. But I just was hoping.
That's what it was. I picked the Browns. CC picked the Browns. You know what I mean? So that was you know, that was okay. That was my okay. Then she picked another team that she was. Anyhow, she beat me by 1. Greek, I never see your picks.
Robin said, what's going on with those Seahawks?
Yeah, Seahawks looking good, but they just lost their quarterback, Robin. Then they how long was he out, see?
Oh, I don't know how long. He had surgery on his middle finger, Russell Wilson. They didn't really say how long he would be out. But, you know, they lost some key pieces there. So
he rumbled with them in the overtime, right? With their second string. The boy ain't played in a minute. Russell Wilson has not been on injured reserve. They say he missed like
I think they said this the first game he ever missed starting.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Some crazy stuff. So Gino, who I didn't even know was still in the league, played to the end. If he don't fumble the ball in the end, they knock y'all off. Yeah, he just went out last week. Yeah, he was looking good, Rob. Now all of a sudden, you know, that you ain't the same team without that. I got mad at them. Lamar's still in the game 36 to something. When you got a second string quarterback, take him out. They throwing screens over there to Hollywood. Winning by 30. What's the matter with you, Harbaugh? Next play took him out. Right after they left him there, one more play for him to throw the ball and get an interception. The boy missed the ball. The rookie missed the ball, and they picked it off. So now one of his stats is like he threw an interception. You know what I mean? Just to mess up his stats. Get them quarterbacks out of there. Get them out of there. Get them running backs out of there, your franchise on. Nick Chubb, they only got 1 running back that's any good. Nick Chubb is in there at the end of the game. Now, he hurt himself on the last play of the game or something dumb like that. In the last quarter. Mm-hmm. Now, their running backs are out. You can't do that. You know what I mean? Poor decision making. The Cowboys, y'all coach is poor at best. He's poor at best. He's going to cost y'all some games because of clock management. All right, speaking of clock management, this is time. CC and I know that I've agreed that we'll be out of here on time. All right, CC, you did your thing. I'm going to give you my closing thought, then you give you yours. My closing thought is support all these teams while they're doing their thing. If anybody think that I'm a Cowboy hater, I'm not. I'm a realist. This is a show that's designed for us to tell the truth. I'm supposed to get out here and tell the truth. Now, I'm going to be biased about the Ravens because I'm a Raven fan. But Cowboys, listen at me. I want y'all to know. Be ashamed of that win. Be very ashamed. Don't be all proud of that win that you had.
Oh, baby, wait a minute. Before you go, we forgot to say one word about our favorite nemesis. What about Pittsburgh? We cannot let this go by without saying a word about Pittsburgh. What about
You
Pittsburgh,
said,
baby?
see, you
Mm-mm.
said, go Pittsburgh, baby. Hey, how'd they do yesterday? How'd they do yesterday, see?
You know how they did. Look at that sheet in front of you. You know how they did.
What was the score? You tell me, what was the score?
I don't even know what the score was, but I'm gonna
Did
tell
they
you
win or
something.
lose?
Let me tell you something, Pittsburgh. If y'all think that Big Ben got any more in the tank, I beg to differ.
Okay,
I
that
just
means they
want to
lost.
I just want to tell y'all that Big Ben, he ain't it. They asked him how he was feeling, and he said, "Oh." So,
Who they
that,
play?
who did they play last night? You got it in front of you.
Somebody out there on my wife give me all these sheets, but I this time I didn't have to read off my sheet because I was so busy enjoying myself. You know what I mean? But somebody up there in podcast land, Frank, somebody out there, anybody put out there, I turned my phone off because
The
it's making noise.
Seahawks. The Seahawks.
The Seahawks. Oh, and who won? Brenda said, "Don't stop, Renee's Alice. Don't start. Tread lightly." Yeah, Renee. Nobody even seems to know. You know what? Rita said it. Must be the Seahawks then. Rita said it. Must have been the Seahawks. Ain't no way in the world that they won with the second string quarterback. They ain't beat them with the second string quarterback.
Robin said they won. I know the game went into overtime. Let me tell you something. Whether they won, whether they
Oh,
lost,
yeah, that's right. He fumbled the ball.
whether they won, whether they lost, they ain't got snowball's chance in hell.
That's what I thought I said.
They ain't got a snowball's chance in hell. They might as well take them terrible towels and start wiping them tears right now. Because if what they did, if what they have done thus far is any indication, they gonna be watching the Super Bowl, the playoffs, and everything else from the comfort of their couch.
You know, my notes ran into each other. My wife gave me the notes, and I didn't use her notes. I used my own. And I'm apologize to the Cowboy fans. Remember when I was telling you about that win last night? You should be ashamed, be very ashamed. That was for the Pittsburgh Steelers. It was running into the Cowboy thing. Pittsburgh Steelers was the games I was talking about. You call that a win that you had last night when J.J. Watt knocked the ball out the guy at the end out of second string quarterback so that you had a chance to win a game that you went into overtime with. Steelers 23, CL 20. Yeah, Mike. I remember now. I watched the end of that game. That's when J.J. White sacked the boy and knocked the ball out of Geno Smith's hand. Yeah. Check us out. That's what I was trying to say. Man, y'all be ashamed. Yeah, all that old being happy that y'all won that Pittsburgh. Man, be ashamed. Be ashamed. Be very ashamed. That game, y'all look bad, man. Y'all look bad against the second. As Robin asked about
20,
Robin.
Right, 23-20 with your supposedly elite quarterback against the backup quarterback for the Seahawks. Yeah,
Robin, if your boy Russell would have been in there, they'd have killed him. They'd have killed him. If you beat the second string in the last minute by a fumble, matter of fact, it was getting ready to be a tie game, I think. Yeah, everybody had the ball twice. You know what I mean? They was getting ready to come up with the second time. The Steelers had the ball. They had the ball. Now they got the ball. Seattle got the ball again. There's only 4 minutes left. They mess around and, end up with a tie game. It's like kissing your sister. You're right. Rob, that's my friend of many years. All right, y'all, let's get up out of here. We always got to end this. Let me conclude this thing. I'm going to give you my final thought. My final thought is entertainment. These games are geared for entertainment. In my gladiator voice, are you not entertained? In my gladiator voice, are you not entertained? Who the hell cares who won? Who the hell cares who lost? For 3 hours, you got to watch your team and your colors or your city or your franchise or your family or somebody like that entertain you. Enjoy it. We had a house full. Right, see?
Absolutely.
My wife at 10 o'clock is running around chopping up onions. She's running around at 10 o'clock chopping up onions. The game ain't till 1. She gets up, she's excited. Put on her little jersey, put on this girl loves football. I told you, my wife is a theme person. When she gets up to put her clothes on, because she got an immense wardrobe, my wife can dress. Why? She's in a lucky spot right now. See, because you done lost. How much weight have you lost?
55 pounds
55 pounds on. What's your diet called?
on a green smoothie cleanse.
She's on a green smoothie cleanse. She's lost 55 pounds. She got an immense wardrobe. Why? Because none of her old clothes fit anymore. So she gets to go shopping. I have a really nice wardrobe because I've lost 182 pounds. My clothes don't fit anymore. So we have different clothes. But my wife is a theme person. So her theme yesterday was family. She started putting our stuff together. We had about 10 people over our house, our immediate family, right?
Yeah.
Game started at 1. We had company in our house till 9, 10 o'clock at night. And none of them came to stay, did they? Came there to watch the Raven game, but they kept eating, kept drinking, kept smoking, kept laughing, kept chuckling, kept playing with Cookie. By the time they left, they said, "Party, CC, I'm getting the hell out of here."
Thanks,
Great.
Robin.
Yeah. But when it's all over, they said, "Party, we getting the hell out of here. Y'all ain't, we don't live here." Hey, y'all,
I couldn't
enjoy
tell.
sports. Yeah, enjoy sports. Enjoy sports. Get the family over there. They don't always have to go to Loafers, y'all. They don't always have to go to Corinthians. They don't always have to go anywhere. You put yourself an engagement to the side. I ain't say you got to have them all over the time. I'm a show up person. I like to have people in my house. But Michael Singletary, last game for his team that he supports, the Chicago Bears, in Soldier Field is November the 21st or something, he said. So a month from there, I got a whole month.
Thank you,
Oh,
Shirley.
hey, thank you very much. Hey, with your brand new husband. They just got married. She got a brand new husband. That's the young lady from over there, Carol, over at the school. Yeah, she used to put together, and man, thank you very much for always keeping us in the
Congratulations.
loop. Yeah, congratulations, getting us all those jobs over there for the Great Rosemont. My granddaughter, 20, went there. But anyway, we had a house full of people. We already prepared the 21st to have Michael Singletary and his friends, Chicago Bear fans, my family and all. We'll have about 50, 60 people in the house. In the summertime, they'd be all over the place. They'd be outside. But now we just be in the man cave and in the she shack. But we will have a bunch of people over here with Mike laughing and enjoying ourselves. And it's a good time to be had by all. And it's because of sports. I'm going to talk shit to him the whole time. He's going to talk shit back. Ain't nobody going to be fighting. Ain't nobody going to be hooping and hollering. Ain't nobody going to catch an attitude. Ain't going to be none of that foolishness. We're going to enjoy each other. We're going to enjoy each other's company. Find you a reason why to have some guests over, or find you a reason why to enjoy a sport. Baseball, football, basketball, whatever it is. Enjoy a sport. It's team building. Get your children in something. We represent the great James Mosier, the oldest surviving Black Little League organization in the state of Maryland. Get you a reason. Get you a sport, something to do. CC, take us home.
I just want to say that, sports are a great way to spend time with family. Families don't do enough things together these days. Everybody's on the phone, on a computer, TikTok, and all this old crazy foolishness. But sports is a great way for family to just sit together in fellowship. It's about team, it's about entertainment. But the thing that I enjoy most about our Sunday sports is our family come over. We sit down, we watch these things as a family, we eat dinner as a family, and we have good, clean, wholesome fun as a family. So I know that some people, and you'd be surprised at how quickly you can catch on to what's going on. I may not know every position and I may not catch every foul or whatever that happens, but just from being together with my family, I have learned a great deal about sports. So, it's a way to keep your kids engaged, to keep yourself engaged with your children, and to keep them out of these godforsaken streets of Baltimore. So, it's a good, wholesome, clean activity that everybody can enjoy. It's not just for boys anymore.
Yeah, my wife wasn't a real big sports person. She started dating me. I'm 20 years my wife's senior. My wife wanted to make her marriage work, her relationship before our marriage. We didn't know we was getting married when we first started dating. You know what I mean? We worked our way up to it. But my wife put the work into it. She knew how big a sports fan I was. So by her being the geek, the nerd that she is, she started reading. And after she started reading BB, then she started liking sports. Because my wife didn't so much like the sport, she liked the stats. She knows that Lamar has these many touchdowns, this, that. I don't know that. But when it's time coming to put it out there, let me tell you what sports also has done. Sports has also put my wife in my life for another hour a day on Saturday and Sunday on my team. CC, I'm going to sing a song to y'all. I do not own the rights to this song. But this is the truth. And sports played a part in this. Even when I needed a co-host in my Patti LaBelle voice, I've been looking around and you were here all the time. I look round and around and around and around and around and around and around and around. And I was looking around and you were here all the time. To my co-hosts, to everybody out there, hands up to a good show. Hands up to a good show. Sometimes, y'all, you can't see the forest for the trees. I was running around looking for somebody to do the show with me. I asked everybody to come in. Sam jumped in there. Robbie jumped in there. You know what I mean? And all along, I had the best co-host right here. But I didn't know because she was a female, BB. I didn't know because she was cooking and sewing and cleaning. I didn't know. There's nobody I know that's more knowledgeable. Yes, there's nobody I know that's more knowledgeable about sports than my wife. So that's what I learned. All right, y'all, that's my time. I'm Party Marty. Let me leave this thing like I do. May the work I've done speak for me. May the life I've lived speak for me. When I'm resting in my grave, oh Lord, may they all say, may the service we give on these podcasts speak for me. Hands up, hands up. Everybody out there, we call ourselves simply us. Who you with? That's our time. I'm out of here. Kenny Davis, take us home. May everybody have a great day on purpose. I'm Party Marty. I'm out.